Hey everybody, I'm APH. Welcome back to the City of Lost Hope in Kingdoms Reborn. Now, between episodes, I went ahead and did some research, getting Logistics 4 and Logistics 5 stone roads, and we're working on budget. Good thing about Logistics 5 is it doubles our hauling capacity of our citizens, making our haulers even better. Stone roads, well, stone roads should kind of be a given, 30% extra movement speed. Budget is something that we'll use in the future. Not quite ready for it yet, but it's going to increase our job happiness, and, well, we like that happiness, don't we? Now, for buildings, we let the glass smelter go ahead and finish. It's not very productive yet because we don't have enough people to keep it running year-round. We went ahead and prioritized our candle maker because we still need those tier 2 luxuries. We're heavily lacking in them. And I expanded out our fruit gatherers just a little bit to keep our food coming. That way I can focus this episode on yet another tier 2 luxury. I'm thinking wine. And I'm thinking wine because if we zoom out to the main map, you'll see that we have grapes here. This grape is kind of a little bit, out of our reach because it's in our citrus grove. And up here, we have yet another grape, and then up to the north a little bit further, we have tulips. So I'm thinking we go ahead and start here, get our next section of grapes down, and then proceed up here. What I also finished between episodes was theater. Something that I was saying was going to help our happiness quite a bit. Now, it does require glass, and we can trade for it, which is fine. Thankfully, it doesn't take a whole lot of anything else, so I'm going to plop these down real quick and let them start building while we plot out our section for our farm. And then we'll replace all of our taverns with schools. Should push our science up to about, probably up to about 2,000, which is good. It will help us get through things a little bit quicker. Some of those early techs we're plowing through, but some of the later techs, I think one of the techs that I looked at was 30-some thousand, so we need it to go up a little bit. And to get into the next era, we need 80 houses, and I think we have about 40. Let's take a look at that. I think it's right here. Yeah, we've got 40 houses. So we're not going to expand 40 houses this episode. We might get another 8 to 10. Then probably between episodes, I'll try to get another 8 to 10. And once we hit the next era, I want to be on bread making. Because I think that will be our second main food. We'll continue to use this, and what we'll actually do is we'll pair this as we get into the ability to make cards, because looking ahead in the tech screen, once we hit the industrial era, we can go for social science, which we'll do right away, because that gives us the ability to make motivation, passion, and cards in the scholar's office. And that motivation card is what's going to really help us. We'll back it with passion where needed. Some things have low natural happiness, like I know the charcoal burner has low natural happiness. But that's part of what the budget is going to do. And we'll show you how that works once we actually get it researched. So let's go ahead and speed up time a little bit. Turn off our overlay so we can see where we're going to build, because we want this area, we want it farms relatively quick. We need a windmill. And we need a granary. We'll start with the granary. We'll just kind of plop that boy down, and then we'll get the windmill. This will be the start. Oh, we missed out on the cards again. Let's check what we have. Another removal card. We will use that. Yeah, we're never going to get another iron smelter ever again, because once we hit the industrial age, there's much better forms. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. We can still, in the wild cards, use it. We just won't. The tavern will be next. We'll never make another tavern ever again. Not at least in this playthrough. Maybe in the next playthrough. I have a feeling that this game is coming up for another patch, because it's been a while. Let's see, 5 farms in total is what I'm thinking. Yeah, that one can be a little bit smaller, that's fine. Let's go ahead and get our roads blocked in here. Now, we want grapes here. Probably take about a season for everything to get caught up. Let's go ahead and remove our overlays and go ahead and upgrade these to grapes. So we'll probably be midsummer we're starting. We'll probably power through some of them once the trees are cleared. But we'll get them next year for sure. And we need, what, 5 extra houses plus the windmill? Or 5 extra room for population plus the windmill. We need 2 extra houses. Let's go ahead and plop those down. Not a warehouse. Let's try this again. There we go, houses. We'll get 2 of them. Probably after budget, we'll go ahead and get cypress, because we still are on shrubbery. The difference between it is it does cost twice as much, but instead of 5 appeal, it does 8. Still in the 5 radius. I wish it would do 8 appeal and 8 radius. That would be even better yet. Now, let's zoom out just a touch so we can see this. We can actually put the overlay on, which will probably help. And we want this area with the dye up to the other dye. Oh, we will take that motivation book. Into that dye, across over here to the grapes. We'll grab this section. That opens it up. I think we're going to go ahead and grab these as well. And this will be our next expansion. So we'll put a nice little town hall here. And that will allow us to get grapes, get dye, which this much dye will probably supply us all the needs for dye we will ever have. So part of this will probably be wheat, and part of this will probably be wheat. All right, let's get some roads down so we can get going. Now, where do I want them? Yeah, we can probably, because we can put some things there, like some barns and other things. We could probably go right there. Let's go ahead and turn on our fertility. Yeah, we can put some barns right here. Part of me wants to actually get that road right here, but if we put barns, if we move it over, how does that lay? Well, we can put it right here. It just doesn't match very well. Yeah, all right, we're gonna stay here. Let's put our houses starting. Well, I think we're gonna place, we'll go this way with houses and this way with the town center. That way our houses are kind of centralized. Let's go ahead and get our fertility overlay off for a second while we plop down a couple houses. Need a market. And we're going to need a school, which we have in the hotbar. Let's check our cards real quick, see if we get anything useful. We'll grab the winery, being proactive. Don't need anything in here. We have enough schools. We'll grab the theater, talking about that. Now can we just get a library? So, market. The school, put him that way. Still need the library. Let's get rid of our province overlay. We'll block that in. That will kind of be set for getting the next section up. Let's go ahead and get rid of our other overlay, because we're gonna need our theater over here. And we do need, probably should have left that off just so we can do our building. If we put a windmill down here, we can put a windmill up there. They can't be overlapping. It drastically decreases, describe our grand roue while we're looking at it. It drastically decreases the performance. So let's get 2 windmills in total. Put it kind of as far out as we can. If I would stop rotating my screen and rotate my windmill to where it matches, I think we can place it here and still fit the granary there. Oh, one off. All right, let's try this again. We'll start with the granary. Then we'll go for the windmill. Should have did that first, but wasn't thinking very much. And we'll plop in a road just to kind of get us set. Now a road out this way. And I'm thinking we're going to place a road this way. We're going to put some barns and other things in here. Let's see how those actually fit in. A road in between. I think that will be okay. Let's get a farm right here, just as a temporary. We actually want the farm, don't get me wrong. We just want to kind of 9 by 6. I like them being 10 by 6. Do we move the road one over? Yeah, I think so. We'll go for 10 by 6. The other option would be we go for 8 by 8 there. Let's drop our farm first. Then we'll drop our road. And we'll block this in so that we can place warehouses down. Now these warehouses will be for all these trees that we're going to clear down, as well as food storage down the road, because we're not going to keep up with just a granary. Let's go ahead and quick build them so they have room to store things now, at least one of them. And let's start back with those farms. So we're still looking for 10 by 6. Probably not there. That's a little too low. Yeah, but that's looking good. One more in here. Yeah, but let's go ahead and go with one more. As long as we're above probably 95% fertility, we should be good. A little too big. There we go. Farms get a lot of bonuses, so even in lower fertility zones, they still produce a lot by endgame. Excellent. We just finished our research. I believe that would be budget. Now, do we go into... Bank would be good. It would actually buff our income, and we are getting into level 5 houses. I think that's all that we have. Level 6. So we're getting level 5 and level 6 houses, so that might be good. Let's take a look at the upgrade tree. Alright. I've been saying this long enough. Let's get the Cypher's Garden going. One more farm, and I think this place is off to the races. Yeah, I'm liking that. I don't like the layout, but at least it will work for getting what we need. Let's go ahead and shut off our overlays. This area is coming together. We do have room for more people, so let's go ahead and take them. Let's manage this market right off the bat, because we do want a lot of food here. And we don't want certain things. So what don't we want? Well, we don't want milk, because we're going to use that in chocolate, and we're not going to produce a whole lot of it. We don't want wheat, because we're going to make that into flour. Grapes, we're going to turn into wine. And potatoes, well, we want vodka. We need a quick drink. But let's go ahead and get that citrus, because no better way to feed our people than a bunch of oranges. We do have no glass, so we need to get glass in order to make our theaters. Let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. So somebody between episodes make a comment that we're not going to have any scurvy, and that's right, no scurvy here. We probably can get away with 100 glass for now. I'm hoping to have production up and going. Check our cards real quick. We will take the wild card. Part of me wants the Scholar's Office. I'm not ready for it. I play on all difficulty levels, and by this point in time, I would have on probably normal and even hard, I would have the Scholars up and going and already producing books. Yeah, we don't want another sheep. We'll take the windmill because we're starting to get into that era. Now, we'll take the cards. What does it take to upgrade the windmill? Because I know we've got a couple of them. So we can upgrade it with stone. We do have some stone. I'm going to hold out on that. We'll wait until this windmill up here is built. And we have the stone. We are slowly producing it. Let's do the next big move and start putting down stone roads. These are going to be major projects that are going to actually take a decent amount of time. So I'm going to lay down as big of a stretch as we can get. That's a little too big. And just let them start. Because it's going to take them a while to actually grab the stone, move them. But I'm going to start with the main drags just to get that main movement going as fast as possible. We've got a ton of food. We've got a decent amount of gold still. Let's go ahead and buy another 300 stone. Just keep us going with this. Yeah, as quick as they can, they are just eviscerating that stone. So we'll probably, this whole road probably was 700-800 stone. So we'll probably have to buy a couple of rounds of stone just to get this one upgrade. Now, we can quick build it, but it's very expensive. The good thing about that is it would just get it out of the way. Bad thing about that is it would knock us down to like 14,000. And yeah, not sure I want to do that. It is filled in by the laborers, which is good. So it doesn't take away from our builders. Now we're still missing glass. Did we get it in? We did. Now we're just waiting for laborers to actually move it. Granted, silly me, we just built this big old long road. But once these get going, I can start the next move. Let's see how this area up here is going. It's getting cleared. Now as it gets cleared, let's go ahead and quick build these. So if we do grapes in the one, we can do wheat in the other. And this will allow our windmills to actually get going. Get us prepped for making our bakeries. Check this area. Oh, we did get some production. So now we need to get... We didn't get a whole lot. It looks like they probably started late this year. So we're gonna need to get our wineries down. And then we'll probably look for a couple sustainability books just to get it going early. Nothing on this one. I grabbed the wild cards on the last one. Not ready for glass smelter. That will be good later on once we have a constant production glass. Let's re-roll it, grab the next wild card. Now, let's get our first school down. Oh, I already did put the school down. Look at that. I'm ahead of myself. Part of me just wants to go ahead and buy these theaters. Yeah, let's go ahead and build this one. So with the library and with the school, we're up to 50.3. Let's take a look at it without. So they're 35, so an extra 15 per house. Yeah, I think that's a good deal. Now, where are we at with stone? We have a ton of brick. Speaking of a ton of brick, let's go ahead. It was 37 of our houses. I think we're close to 45 houses. Not that we can tell because they're spread all across without actually counting them out. But I think that takes care of a good chunk of them. Still need a lot of stone for the next upgrade. But our first road, a very white road, and it looks more like a mosaic than like a stone road, but I'm going to go with that, is going in. So this road will be kind of the fastest route for a lot of things. Let's put a road down to our other town. So let's get that going. Because it looks like we have a decent amount of traffic there. And we'll probably just continue to subsidize this by buying stone for a while, as long as we have money. We do have a good chunk of food, so we might use that food to kind of boost up our gold temporarily. We haven't sold food in a while because we've been without the need for tools. We haven't been buying a lot of things, so we haven't gone through a lot of money. But we'll wait for the spring in order to do that. I've learned the hard way. Don't sell food in the fall. Because even though we produced 24,000 and we only consumed 16,000, if I get rid of half of it, we have 12 to make it through to the spring when they're going to start. And I've had where, for one reason or another, we just blow through that much. Let's check our cards real quick. Take the wild card. Part of me wants more beer. Take another self food, talk about, coincidence. And let's look at our beer production. Because we're producing 300, we're consuming 250. We've got room for the immigrants. Let's go ahead and take them. We're at 400. Let's go ahead and bump this up to 5. I think we're going to do the same for our beer brewery. Bump it up to 5 in hopes that we'll have about 2 seasons worth of beer, about 2 seasons worth of furniture. We have tons of tulips. Granted, we're starting to consume more than we're actually producing. So pottery has to be a thing, because other than tulips, cannabis is grown and pottery is just produced. Pottery will be the next good source until we get onto cannabis, but we're going to be very limited by that. So as this area comes together, let's go ahead and quick build the last couple of these now that trees are finished. This area will be set on wheat. It'll get us another food source. We produced for grapes about 137. Let's get our winery down. We've kind of gone on about that a little too long. Now this area right here, we do have our medicine makers. Yep, let's go ahead and get wine down here, kind of adjacent to our medicine makers. It will kind of get them across from there. We do want, because we're producing bricks now, we want some warehouses. One thing you can never have enough of in this game is storage, that is for sure. And we want it facing in. Is it the same size as the house? Well, it's the same width. It's definitely, so it's like 6 by, at least I believe it is. Yeah. So we'll plop it there. We probably want a second, and it takes gobs of bricks. Ooh. Maybe using all those bricks wasn't a good idea. Let's check what's in the books. Nothing useful in here. We're not close enough to the water to make fishing worthwhile. The mushrooms kind of suck. Bakery. Yeah, let's get the bakery. We're producing bricks so we can make it. We don't need another theater yet. We don't need another candle maker. Let's get another removal. Let's put our bakery not there, that's for sure. Let's put another house here just to get us kind of that zone. And we'll put the bakery right across from the house. We will want some storage nearby. And we're going to want some more stone. Let's get a little bit of stone roads going. Now, do they use the stone roads if they don't actually have stones? This looks like it's a little bit off. That's going to drive me nuts. I might not connect the cities that way. We're in late spring. Let's go ahead and sell our food for the, 50,000? Because we're going to get it back. Let's get another load of stone. What do we want to remove? Not that, not the theater, because we're going to use it. Let's get rid of the tavern so we no longer see it. So it's in the cards. Nothing useful. I wish I could get rid of the kidnap. Oh, now the last one only had 4 cards, so it must have pulled a card that I eliminated, which is fine. We're going to see that. We're actually going to get down to where it's only going to have 1 or 2 cards every round, and those 1 or 2 cards are hopefully going to be useful. Let's grab our wild card. And we planned this out, but we didn't actually plop it down. Looks like we need to be about that far out. We still need another granary. I'll plop this one on this side and we'll put it right here. Do need some roads in between. Oh, totally just placed that in the wrong spot. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little so we can do this. And we're going to keep the overlays off. Let's get rid of our road and the granary itself. Notorious for not getting rid of the road and then being like, why did it fall in the wrong spot again? Now back for roads. My little ants scurrying resources around. Bad thing about this is, as the laborers are moving all of this stuff around, they're not doing what I want them to do, and they might be hurting our food production as a result. But as long as we have food, we're going to go ahead and hold up there. Check our theaters are down. We are now 92% for happiness. Might go down a little bit as we get rid of all of our taverns and start replacing them with schools. But that is kind of to be expected. I think we have 4 taverns in total to replace with schools. But it would be well worth it over time. So 1 more to go. Let's go ahead and plop over to that one. Now, schools do take a bit of bricks. Iron's not a problem. Stone, well, we're going to continue to buy that. Should we buy a load of bricks? Because this guy is going as fast as he can. And do we upgrade it? Because right now, we don't actually have anybody working there. We're not at the production limit. We have room for more people. Let's turn on our immigration office just to bring in a couple of people. Let's see where in the job priority list we are. We are on furniture. Brickworks is right below it, so we need 7, 8, 9 more people plus the 7 for brickworks. We have furniture. Let's go ahead and plop it above. And we'll try to get the 18-ish people. What I neglected to realize is building up here probably rearranged everybody. Ah, we must have harvested some wheat because this is moving and does have people in it. Speaking of people, we will take the immigrants. Can we buy for some more stone? Just go ahead and check and see if our trader's done. It is. Let's grab another 300. We're golden for money, so might as well use it. Nothing in here that's useful. Let's go ahead and pass. Another bakery. We're getting to be that era. Let's go ahead and grab the cards. So the worst case scenario, we start grabbing the bakery and we just put them in the archive. Because it's going to take a little bit of time to finish them. Things to look at. It's going to take a little bit of time to finish the cypress. And then in between episodes, it's probably going to be where I focus on getting all of these stone roads down, because I don't want to bore you with stone roads everywhere. I think our next load of things we buy should be bricks. So as soon as our trader finishes, which it apparently did already, let's get some bricks. We'll spend this down to 50,000. That will keep us a good pocket. And then we'll look at doing other things. These guys should come and clear out the stone. And then I'll wait just a little bit before I start building roads again, just to let the stones equalize themselves. Now, I saw the grapes come in. We got 386 this round. It looks like they just immediately consumed them. Can't blame them. I'd be sick of eating oranges. So we're waiting on the bricks. This area's coming along good. Looks like we have a little bit more room for people, which is fine. Probably need... Well, if I had to guess, we'll put 4 more houses. Well, 1 more house right now. This area is going to be a raging metropolitan, so you know, between the dye, between the wheat, this area is going to be key. How much wheat did we produce? Do we have any left? We have potatoes left. This is good. But we did not. So we produced 179. That's fine. Let's get a production target of 1,000. Getting the improved grinder would take pretty much everything I have for stone. Not sure if it's worth it yet. All right, where do we go next? We're waiting on this to get finished. Let's buff these two warehouses so the people come over and finish it quicker. Still need bricks. Our trade did come in. Let's go ahead and buy another round of 300 bricks. What is this blue? Oh, those are panes of glass. I like how they did that. Typically, like this white is paper. Typically, they do the, it looks like drywall is what that looks like. But typically, they don't put things standing up. I wonder if, because it's standing up, it's a smaller storage than some of the other, because most stacks are stacks of 100-ish. And that might be a little bit different because it's panes of glass standing up. Now, do we start upgrading our charcoal? What does it cost? So it's double the cost. Not a whole lot more efficiency, but it increases job happiness. And we've got a lot of people producing coal. We've got the money, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade all of them up to the next notch. So just the shift click will change all of them, so yep. Now this one is only 4. Oh, when they're not in use, they're lower. And we are hitting our coal goal. So let's go ahead and upgrade all of them so that during the seasons when they're not in use, we're still only paying 6. I'm okay with this. Now, one of the weird things that I did see might be the theater. Let's go ahead and check our books real quick, well, before we lose any cards. Nothing useful there, nothing useful here. Nothing useful here. It was either the library, the theater that I saw it. Let's see what the library is. So it says base upkeep is 15. But if I look, it says the upkeep is 19. It doesn't give me a tooltip explaining why this is. And I saw this in between episodes and it started driving me crazy. Job happiness is the lowest. Luxury starting to climb now that we have some supply of luxuries going, which makes me happy. Did we finish the wine production? Close. And can we find 2 sustainability books to kind of make it where grapes are even easier on the winery? So I know I have them in some of the coal yards. Let me see if I have some still in the tailors, which I do. We're selling wool. How much paper do we still have, speaking of selling wool? Okay, we can upgrade those. It upgrades both of them. Gets us up to 220. I think we have the iron. We do. Let's go ahead and upgrade both of those. Gets us up to 235. Let's grab our sustainability, because I'm okay using the wool because we're selling it. And that will go in the vineyard to make better wine. Because it takes a lot of barrels to make, or a lot of wine to make only 12 barrels. So let's upgrade those with the sustainability books. Gets us down to 11. That will go a long way. 50% production brings us to 16. We need a second vineyard in order to make this work. We'll get it. How much glass do we have left? We have 75. Do we buy the glass in order to get the speed boost? And the paper. see what this does. Not sure that big of an increase if that's worth it. Let's get another winery. Let's pass there. We'll take that. So wine. I think that's actually bigger than what I think it is. No, it's right. I'm just being a little off kilter here. We'll put down the stone roads, but I think we're gonna have to instant build them because I've seen some bugs with this. Let's go ahead and construct those. I've seen where unconstructed stone walls, roads have actually stopped construction from happening. And if I can get both of these done before the end of the season, we should be able to start wine production. Because I think we do have some level 6 houses. That might push the rest of those level 5 houses up to level 6. So we're looking good. We're getting close to our cap for houses, so let's go ahead and shut off our immigration. Food is still good. Did we finish the bakery? We did. We don't have enough bricks to upgrade it. I think that 30% will go a long way. We don't want coal, we want wood. Let's nab a couple motivation books just to see what it ups it to. Do I want to take them out of our blacksmith? Let's take a look. We're close to our production limit, so I don't want to do that. Might take a second for me to remember where I put some motivation books. Alright, in our furniture, we'll go ahead and take those out. Let's drop them in here. Brings us up to 131. That's better. The increase in the wages doesn't do a whole lot. Let's buy some bricks and buy some paper. Yeah, let's get 100 brick and 100 paper. Yep. That will work. Now what am I missing? I'm missing something. I'm missing a granary. Let's grab our remove card. Not another granary here, but we'll take the self card. So, granary. And it does. It gives me a 20% food boost there. Let's go ahead and... Where are we at? We're at 131. Let's go ahead and power build this. Brings us up to 150. Looks like that book is teetering, making it change a little bit. That's not bad, turning 20 flour into 150 food. So we only have to produce 600 food in order to make this worthwhile. So we only need 4 rounds. I think it's doable. We just got our paper in. Let's go ahead and see what that does. Nothing. Do we not? Oh, brings it up to 180. We haven't got our bricks in yet, so we'll wait a little bit. We do have enough glass to upgrade it. Pushes it to 215. Did we use our bricks as soon as they came in? We did. Okay. Let's order another order of bricks. That was unexpected. I did not expect that. So as soon as this round of bricks comes in and we see what our bakery is going to produce, I think this is a good spot to end this episode in preps for the next episode. And in between, I'm going to go ahead and continue our progress up to the north, trying to get enough houses to get 80 houses, because it looks like we're at 48 right now, so we need probably get up to 60 between episodes. Maybe enough to get chocolatier. We won't be able to get cattle, but we can maybe buy the milk until we get into it. That would be alright, this would be our first tier 3 luxury. So let's see if our bricks are in. They are. Brings us to 239. Upgrading the guild will be another 15% as soon as we put down our second bakery. I think we're in good shape to at least start flirting with the idea of having bakeries. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.